Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Rigathi Gachagua is now saying that with time, he will expose William Ruto to Kenyans. This comes after yesterday's interview at NTV, when I was just trying to understand and listen to details that Rigathi Gachagua was trying to, of course, put on public. You can at least take 1, 2, 3 things that at least even if you can accuse Rigathi Gachagua, but some issues there that he's trying to address, these are the same issues Kenyans are trying to ask. For example, look at now Rigathi Gachagua is coming out to raise this issue of this SHIF. Rigathi Gachagua is claiming that the old system, softwares, all things that was to be used to build up this SHIF is 104 billion Kenyan shillings. But if they could have decided that they are going to repair the NHIF system, they could have used in between 700 million Kenyan shillings to 800 million Kenyan shillings. Which for Rigathi Gachagua, he said that he never wanted this issue of SHIF because SHIF was consuming 104 billion Kenyan shillings. But to repair the NHIF was going to take 700 to 800 million Kenyan shillings. I want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua, then we continue. But before we do, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch the video and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. Let us watch.
We had made a commitment as the Kenya Kwanza administration that if we are elected to office, we will not have brutal evictions and inhuman relocation of citizens. And here I'm being told to do it, and I say no, I will not do it. And I was defending that charge to say what I did is the right thing, because even if you look at the UN Charter, there are certain ways how you relocate people. So I have gotten where I am today because in many instances I refuse to betray the people of Kenya.
Fair enough.
I refuse to betray the people of Kenya, and what is not right, I said it's not right. And where people had a big problem with a program, I will tell Mr. President, the people have a problem with this
Fair
program.
enough. You have mentioned that the crux of the matter, and I'm sorry for taking you back, but it's really important that you bring it out. The crux of the matter on SHA is 104 billion shillings that was being used for the system. What do Kenyans need to know about this?
Kenyans need to speak out. You know,
they need to speak out about something they know.
104 billion shillings, Karanja. It's not 104 shillings. It's serious money. And experts have told me that it was possible to improve the existing system that was in NHIF at a cost of between 7 to 800 million. Here we are spending over 100 billion. And from where I sit, when I look at the whole rush of this SHIF thing, it is because of this 104 billion. That is where the issue is.
And because in this you were in cabinet, who was tasked in handling this? Who was tasked?
The Ministry of Health. Again, the president works here as a team of economic advisors who do most of the work with him before things can come to cabinet. This is where all these details were worked out. And you have heard that even people in that economic advisory council, their spouses are involved in that system. There is clearly conflict of interest, you know, and the whole thing is not straight. And that is why Kenyans are agitated. Why would you want to spend 104 billion shillings on a system that is not necessary? It was quite okay to improve the existing one, between 7 to 800 million to do the same purpose. So you can see some people somewhere are conflicted. And that is why the rush Because for this 104 billion to come out, the thing needs to be rushed.
Who are the platform providers on SHA? Because I have seen documents from the Ministry of Health that indicate that for every amount that SHA will be paying for each procedure done or for each service offered, some amount will be heading or directed to a platform provider.
I think 25% or something like that.
Who are these platform providers?
No, I was not involved. Nobody involved regarding Gachagua. I was not involved in the procurement. I was not involved in the conceptualization of this SHA thing. I was just there. And that's why I'm saying many times I was being told, President said that I failed to defend. He said when he was unveiling his deputy, he accused me of having left him alone to defend government programs and fail to support him to defend government programs. But how do I defend things I don't know, Karanja? I can't go to defend that SHA thing. The use of 104 billion, I would be out of my mind to come to television to support something that, in my view, is ridiculous, and which from every perspective is pure theft of public funds. I cannot defend such things. I was being told to defend Adani. You know, I said one day I was in a funeral somewhere in Trans Nzoia, and I think the senator for Kisii, Richard Onyonka, came very hard on government because of Adani. And I was allowed to speak, and I said nothing about the issue. So one of people around the president called me and really abused me that government was being attacked and you did not defend. How do I defend theft? I cannot defend corruption. I am a man of integrity. And much as probably the president says that I did not defend government programs, he is right to a certain extent. I defended the ones that were above board. Anything I did the alcohol program, I worked on it. Registration of farmers for fertilizer program, I defended, I worked on it the last day. Coffee reforms, I defended. Tea reforms, I defended. Anything that was above board, that was in public interest, I defended. But issues of corruption, issues of theft of public funds, I could not go and defend. And he must forgive me. I asked President William Ruto to forgive me. I'm sorry, my former boss. Adani, I could not help you to defend. SHA, I could not afford. I could not help you to defend. If the deputy you have picked can defend theft and corruption, let him go ahead. Because he is not elected, he is your person. So he is answerable to you. But me, I was elected. I have the mandate of the people. And therefore, I'm answerable to some people. So I could not go and defend something that is anti-people because I'm elected by the people. You know that this is where the difference between me and the current deputy president is. He is an appointee of President William Ruto. He must defend religiously anything the president says and wants because that is his employee. I was not an employee of President William Ruto. I was an employee of the people of Kenya. It was therefore right for me to fail to defend anything that is anti-people.
All right, Your Excellency, 2 weeks ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, President William Ruto made an address to the National Assembly and the Senate about the state of the nation, and he was giving progress about where the country is. This progress was for a period in which you served as deputy president. What is your honest view of what the state of our nation is today?
Well, the president spoke about the fertilizer program, which admittedly is a success. And I took part, so I worked with it with the president. And in fact, one day, a minister came and presented to the president a bill of about 1.8 billion.
Now, the way you have watched regarding Gachagua coming out to allege some issues that he tried to raise, but no one took some of his issues as important. In fact, he was accused as someone who is so disrespectful to the president, William Ruto, someone who is a bully, someone who cannot defend the government agendas, and is coming out even to say that when William Ruto was now of course, witnessing the swearing in of his new deputy president, William Ruto accused Rigathi Gachagua, leaving him just defending the policies of Kenya Kwanza alone. So Rigathi Gachagua is saying that despite of him saying that he was not having that room to defend William Ruto, because some issues he never knew, you're just coming out to defend something that you don't understand. And that is why many times you have seen several members of parliament, if I'm not wrong, that just coming out to defend something they don't know. Then later they will come out to raise some issues that even us, we were just supporting, we never knew whatever was inside the so-called SHIF. And that is why when you look at even this bill that was passed in the National Assembly that connects with SHIF, these members of parliament were in the National Assembly. What they did, they passed the bill. Later, when Kenyans came out starting to raise some issues, they started questioning about the SHIF. In other words, they never understood whatever was inside there. So I want to say that yes, Rigathi Gachagua might have some truths, which I cannot debunk them. He might have some truth. Because remember one thing, several things that are being done in the so-called the Adani, the SHIF, and other things, it is some individual's business. And so when Rigathi Gachagua was trying to raise, he was, of course, named as someone who is a bully, someone who does not respect William Ruto, and all those kind of things. So I think the removal of Rigathi Gachagua, as he is promising to come out and expose William Ruto and his thugs. Remember, he's claiming he was deserted. Yani alikuwa neglected. He was just alone, a man solo. You say this, they reject. You say this, they reject. In other words, Rigathi Gachagua was sitting in cabinet meetings. But to come out and try to convince William Ruto and say this and this, at least we can do this, we can say. It is just sharing an ideas. You're just a personal assistant. You can give advice. And if William Ruto has rejected, that is it. So Rigathi Gachagua was just there, He never wanted to argue, but sometimes, yes, Rigathi Gachagua is having some issues and weaknesses. And of course, I never voted for Rigathi Gachagua. I never supported him. But the truth is, there's something wrong with this Kenya Kwanza government. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye-bye till we meet in another video.